Pleased with the effort for sure. For me, I knew we were going to have to be playing at a certain level to make it one of those games because I know how good they are. And I thought we played that way.
And the execution, you thought?
I thought the execution was pretty good. I still think we were a little bit too loose with some pucks at times. My feeling was early, at the offensive blue line or maybe 4 feet inside the offensive zone. Like we have to commit to getting pucks past these guys and making them go back and get them. And that's the way we have to play. Looks to me that's the way they have to play. That's the way they want to play. We just have to bear down and commit to that play. And I thought, with the exception of maybe a few, we did a pretty good job with it.
I thought your defense did a good job taking away the second chance.
Yeah, I thought the defense played well. They kept the game simple. They broke the puck out the way they were supposed to, like taking what the game gives us, so on. Again, a couple of lapses in whether it be communicating with Tommy or whatever that we had to defend, but it wasn't always their fault. It was potentially a puck that a forward turned over or whatever. But I thought for the most part our D were good.
Talking about Tommy, he had 24 saves on 25 shots. Talk about his performance tonight.
It was good. It was strong. Obviously, the first goal, or their goal, David Johnstone's a big-time player, and he seems to love to play against us. But Tommy played the way he's played most of the year. And, the last half of the second half of the year, I think there was some questions about our goaltending. Tommy's a guy that didn't forget how to play at a high level, and I thought he played well tonight.
Well, you said how good this team is. They won the regular season 1-2-1 against Bowling Green. How important was it to get game 1?
I think it was huge. They've had a tough couple weeks in terms of their travel, and those were two teams going as hard as they could. That was I know these are college kids, but that was a man's game out there in terms of stick battle and physical battles, and I think it was a huge game for us to get.
The early penalty against Rolfs in the third period, why was it key to kill that one off? I mean, he prevented a goal first off. It was a smart penalty, if you will.
The obvious answer is because it was 2-1 and it stayed 2-1. But from a momentum standpoint, I think that they were able to kill off their second or our second power play. They killed it off, I believe, it was sometime in the second period. And I just knew it was going to be key. I figured we were going to have to kill one in the third anyway. And I thought we did a great job of killing it. They're really good. Their top group is really strong, and they showed it. They scored real quick there in the first one. And it's a thing to keep the game 2-1, and it's a momentum thing that obviously the momentum was on our side at that point.
With all the goals being scored in the first period, is there anything about momentum and energy when there's no goals scored the rest of the game?
It's hard to say. I didn't think there was ebbs and flows from a momentum standpoint for the rest of the game, but I do think both teams are working hard and pushing. I think there was chances there. I mean, Ben Murphy hit a post. They had chances where Berkey had to come out strong. I didn't think either team was sitting back and waiting. It just was circumstance. 3 goals scored in the first, none in the rest of the game. It could be way different tomorrow. It was one of those ones where there wasn't a whole lot of flow. I mean, ups and downs in terms of the momentum. But the kill they had, the kill we had, those are, you got to find ways to create momentum and create opportunity. And I thought we did that when we had opportunities to do it.
Your team struggled on faceoffs.
We really did.
Only 29 of 70. Now, how do you turn that around?
That's a great point. We'll start with our centermen. Their group of centermen is as good as any group that we'll face. 25 is a big-time face-off guy. 19 is really strong. We're going to have to do a job collectively where you start with the centerman and then you go to the other 4 guys and you say, we need help here. But it's a huge point. Face-offs is one of the breakdown, one of the things we break down in the game, and we definitely were on the losing side, and I think we have been more times than not against this team. That has to change.
It's a very physical game. Do you think that sets the tone for the rest of the season?
I think it was what set the tone is the fact that we played them 4 times this year, and it was going to be physical. They're a physical team. We need to be physical for us to be at our best. You can expect the same thing tomorrow.
Anything else? Good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.